What's going on? I want to do a quick trade review of the trading session today. Ended up essentially break even. So I copy trade three accounts, two funded, and then I've got a lucid eval that I trade with it. These accounts are in some drawdown. These were up break even before today, but now they're into some drawdown. I do trade one mini with these, and typically, kind of my max loss per account is around 500 to 550 per day. As you can see, this one is pretty close to being toast. And then yesterday I picked up a another eval lucid that I'm focused on trading pre-market with. Um, Yesterday I made 435 dollars, and then today I made 13.95. But the trade that worked out really well today or this morning was we were trading. This was like the 9 o'clock macro, and so essentially about 30 minutes before market open. What I was looking for here was a 1 minute bullish closing candle, and then I take the first presented 30-second fair value gap. So this was a very nice entry here. I mean, barely any drawdown, institutional order flow entry drill. My stop placement was here below this candle, or the second candle in the fair value gap. We took a partial here and then had to end up taking the second one off here due to the 50% consistency rule. Um, did not want to fail the eval due to that. But this thing ran. I mean, this was from my entry 597. We ran all the way to, 25,868 today. Um, but, made good progress on that account. But the frustrating part about today and the losses I incurred on the funded accounts is the the model I primarily trade is the first presented fair value gap. That's typically where I'm looking for entries. So what I was looking for here, we had this regular trading hours gap that we tapped down into, and I was looking to get short here. And once this candle was here, I went stop break even fairly quickly. We're very volatile, I know, at this time of the day, but um, I get stopped out break even, and then I watch it reclaim first presented fair value gap, and then target buy side. So my ultimate like draw on liquidity, I know I took a short here, but my eyes have always been up here, even this whole week on this daily fair value gap. I feel like that's just a massive draw on liquidity because we have not tapped back into it. But we consolidated up here, and then I was looking for shorts. Once we failed to um, tap that, showing weakness, and then we broke down. Very good entry here. I obviously did not take this, but I watched this play out. Like I said, my model is typically finding an entry at the first presented fair value gaps. What do you do? What do we do? We trade down into it. We close below. I watch this candle right here, and I watch it uh, wick up here. I was thinking institutional order flow entry drill. We come back down. I get my limit sell fill here, and then I put my stop here because I'm thinking, well, institutional order flow entry drill. Very unlikely we come back here. But the target was consequent encroachment of the regular trading hours gap from today. But I get stopped out. Looking back, though, and that's why I like to do trade recaps every day because the stop placement really should have been here. Like I know there's not a wick really on that candle, but the stop placement should have been here. And looking back now, would not have stopped me out. We would have set in this trade for a while. Um, but it ultimately delivers to the regular trading hours, the consequent encroachment of regular trading hours gap at like 11:30. And that was my trade idea. Would have, made $1,500 per account. That was like the trade, but it didn't deliver as quickly as I thought. I anticipated the 11 o'clock candle being bearish and delivering quickly, but instead it ripped up and stopped me out. And then we consolidated, worked the upper half of the first presented fair value gap, and then we slowly kind of grinded down, came back one more tap, and then we delivered. So yeah, ultimately, I think a good session. I think a good learning session for sure. It is Friday, um, but I think when I come back and review this, it really helps me refine my model and understand that it's possible that it will come back and work this fair value gap, that my stop needs to be here. So next time I'll give it enough breathing room for that. But that's all today was. Um, I was expecting that trade here uh, at by 10 a.m. to come back and hit consequent encroachment. It's kind of what ICT talks about is by 10 a.m. 70% of the time, if you have a regular trading hours gap that is like 40 to 70 points, it will return there by 10 a.m. And that's what I was anticipating here, but we didn't get it. It reclaimed it, came back, and it ended up getting there 11:30. But trade idea worked out. Just trade management was not the best, and stop placement was too tight. And then I ended up trying to get back short here, back inside this fair value gap, but I get stopped out. I kept risk very tight. Um, I think it was right above consequent encroachment. Uh, yeah, pretty much 16. But yeah, I think overall, I mean, great trading session, but a lot to learn from it. There was a lot of opportunities today, and ending the day across everything pretty much break even. But that's pretty much it for today, and we will see you next week.